Hello and welcome back to Camp Sue. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, sharing. All my new subscribers, thank you so much. I truly appreciate each one of you for watching and taking your time, which I know you can't get back. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. So this week, let's check on the energy forecast. So whenever you hear this message, the message will be right for you. I've used my Life Mastery Oracle cards, pile 1, 2, and 3. This is just a prototype. They're still in the works, but I'm using them to flesh them out and see how they work. So take a moment, pause, pick the pile that resonates, 1, 2, or 3. So we're going to start, and I will put the timestamps down below. So let's start with pile 1. Welcome. So here we have our first card, which is the shadow. Like, what is this week's energy? What is the gotcha that you really need to watch out for? So it's spiritual growth. Now, spiritual growth in this sense, like as a shadow, it's feeling that you're above somebody else, that because you've come so far on your path, it's feeling like with your chest puffed out. That's the image that I'm seeing. Someone like sticking their chest out all proud. It's just hang on to that pride that you have. Pride is really important, but it can also be a trap for you. So just be really mindful of that, because you don't want this to hinder your growth and to keep you from moving forward. The second card here, which is the higher self. So let's see how that's going to work with holding on to yourself and just knowing that everybody is at their own place at the right time for who they are and what they're doing. Let's see if I can move this light so it's not reflecting. Oh, that was successful, huh? Okay. So, all right. So we got this so now we got piled the higher self. So the higher self, the message from your higher self about the spiritual growth is to remember about family and the connection of that there's enough love for everybody. There's enough for everyone. It's almost like this competition in a spiritual community, maybe, or like-minded people. Sometimes we can feel a little self-doubt and a little unsure of ourselves. So just know that there's enough for everyone. It's grounding yourself in love. So when you start to feel yourself a little bit anxious, moving out of that place that, we all know is the good place to be. When you feel that, just breathe the love light into your heart. Just kind of center yourself, ground yourself, put your roots down. It's almost here I'm also feeling that it's not protecting yourself before doing any kind of divination type work for another, which can kind of get you stuck in their energy. So you really want to watch that. Anyone that's watching this video that is a card reader, you really want to make sure that you do protect yourself and that you don't fly away, like get too light, because you really need to be grounded and centered, because we're all here in a 3D world, and it is what it is, and we just need to learn how to get along with that energy and not feeling too big for our britches. I'm hearing that message coming through. All right, so what's the message now from the masters, beings of love and light? Okay, let's see what they have to say. Because it's all part of the transformation. It's all a part of the change. And everybody goes through their own transformation on their spiritual growth in their own way, in their own time. And even though you may be in a family of, and you want to share everything that you learn, not everybody is ready for what you have to say. So it's best to kind of just step back. Always have your heart open to have that, to allow love to come in, to go back and forth, because there is a lot of change, transformation this week. So this week, keep yourself grounded, Hold on to your emotions, fill your heart with love, and the transformation, you're changing, the shifting will be a lot easier this week. Let's see what we have for another card here. We'll just randomly pick one. So let's see what a clarifier is. So we get some self-confidence. So have some confidence in yourself and believe that you can. So it's almost, and I'm looking at this with the shadow. So if we match this here up with the shadow, it's overconfidence. Okay, so now if we match this up with the grounded in love, it's waves of love, it feels like. Communication, consciousness, just really having family support, guidance, that there's somebody that's rooting for you in your corner. And then if we match the self-confidence up with the transformation, just know that the changes that are occurring, even though at the time they may feel painful, you will get through that just fine, because everything you've ever gone through, you obviously got through, because here you are right now. So you will again. And just holding some confidence in yourself and your abilities to achieve whatever it is you wish to achieve. So let's pull two more cards here. So we have strong emotions and procrastination. That's going with spiritual growth, grounded in love. So you really want change, pile one. But something's holding you back. It's almost this fear that, oh my God, you've dipped your toes into the waters, and now there could be some self-doubt coming in, and that could be holding you from moving forward and taking those next steps. The shouldas. Oh, I should. It's just be careful of doing things because you feel like you should, especially around family, because that's how resentments are formed. And resentment will keep you further and further away from your ultimate goal of transforming and moving into higher states of consciousness so that you're able to glide through life more easily. And understand anger and just the place for anger. All right. So with that, I'm going to leave this for pile one. Hold on to your emotions, especially around family. Say no when you mean no. And just get some stuff done. Trust in yourself. Allow that self-doubt to go away, because it's not doing you any favors. All right, well, thank you, pile one. So now we're on to pile two. So pile two, we get your first three cards, and we will pick some more out of the deck as we go on. So this card here is the shadow card. This is the energy of the week, like the gotcha, what it is you might need to be aware of. So let's see what that is for us. So feelings of being abandoned, hopes and dreams, things like that are not as you expect. There was like a lot of expectation around another, putting too much on somebody else and feeling like you need someone else to do something when you have this free and open, clear pathway. And you can see it just keeps going on, and it would go on. So there's opportunities for you that you're missing by staying stuck, feeling that somebody had left you. But it's really up to you to do whatever it is that you need to do. You can't put that onto someone else. It's no one else's responsibility to do your work or to make you happy. That is really up to you. All right. So let's watch the abandonment and feeling like the pity party. That's the pity party card. So this card here is the message from the higher self. What's the best way to approach this? Maybe some feelings of abandonment. Transformation, completion. Interesting, because this was, transformation was a card that came up for pile one. So it's the ending of a cycle, an ending of something. So because, geez, pile one, I think it was pile one. I did a few of these videos today. I did it out in the sun, excuse me, and so now I'm getting them all confused. Only the first two piles recorded until the phone died out from being in the sun. But anyway, okay. So there's completing a cycle, change, transformation, going within yourself, finding the answers within yourself, like doing something different, not responding and reacting the same. Don't meet the energy that you have over here with the abandonment with the same energy. Like negative with negative is just going to make a real big, huge clash. And now I'm hearing myself tell my mother when I was a kid, like when she'd say something like that to me, then I'd say, but a negative and a negative is a positive. Well, I guess it could be a positive because whatever you're going through, you're going to learn from it and you're going to grow and you're going to transform and you're going to change. So this week is all about change, accepting those changes and accepting the responsibility for you and your choices that you make in life. So here we have the message from our masters, beings of love and light. So we'll see what they have to say. So they're saying through all of this, just it's really important to not stuff emotions down, to experience those emotions, to feel them, to let them flow, just like in this water. So if somebody, if you're disappointed about some person, situation, some outcome, there is a change that's coming. Just hold on to your emotions because things happen in their right time. And because of the chain of events that you're in right now, it leaves a little bit of uncertainty. But just know that things is finally finishing up. There's finalizations going on. And just really hold on to those emotions if you possibly can. So let's get some clarifiers here. All right, so we're going to pick three. So I'm going to do these here. These three cards. All right. So the first clarifier. This is the Unity Consciousness card. So the Unity and you got the Ouroboros snake. So it's like that eating itself. So just remember all of this that you're going through, the completion of the cycle. It's, just past life expressions coming through in this lifetime, giving you opportunities to learn, to grow, to expand. Definitely make sure that you do protect yourself, especially when you're dipping into the realm of the higher states of consciousness, because you really be opening up your channel because you want to receive. So just make sure that you watch out and ground yourself. I like to put the pyramid of protection around me before I do any of these kinds of card readings. All right. So all of this that's going on for you now, it's just got to do with the past lives. It's you coming through an ending of a cycle. The comfortable is coming to an end, and the uncomfortable will soon become your comfortable. So here is the message from your higher self, and it's telling you to be mindful of the thoughts that you hold, and who you believe and who you follow. If anything makes you feel fear, I'd really question that. Or to try to manipulate you or to control you. Just be mindful of some manipulation, being gaslit, someone lying to your face. So this is kind of when someone's actions and words don't match up. So they might, say, oh, you are, I can't even think of an example. But it's someone that's just really kind of stroking your ego a lot, just to try to manipulate you, to get you to believe what they have to say or what they're selling. So this week, it's be mindful of that because you're in a vulnerable position at this point, just with the feelings, with the emotions. So just hold on to those emotions the best you possibly can. So here we have the message from our masters, guides, beings of love and light. And it's all about seeking truth. So you were digging for something, or there is some truth that's coming out, and it just feels like something's crazy making. Just keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself grounded. Hold on to your emotions because the truth will come out. There's hope. There's inspiration. There's help. There's, growing from the wheat, in a pile of unfertilized soil, sunflowers will grow. And these sunflowers will produce more seeds. So you've planted the seed. Just have some patience with yourself. Manage your emotions the best you possibly can. And just know, pile 2, that there is hope for your future because you got this unity consciousness. There's a good community for you of like-minded people. Just be careful of someone trying to convince you or to manipulate you, taking advantage of your vulnerability. All right, so that was pile 2. Thank you, pile 2. So let's move on to pile 3. Thank you, pile 3. So let's see. This morning I did a video, and pile 3 didn't show up. Pile 1 and pile 2, I thought those readings were great. I don't know if I'm going to even post them because there was no pile 3. Got too hot and my phone stopped working. All right, so here we have the shadow for the week ahead for you in pile 3. That's intuition. Follow your gut instincts. Using your imagination. Pile 1, there's a lot of pile 3, there's a lot of creativity around you this week. A lot of Neptune energy. And Neptune is like fantasy, fairies, unicorns. And I'm feeling tap into that energy. Like just feel the Fae energy because they will help with your creativity, especially if any of you are writing children's books or work with children. It's really important to keep your imagination. There's going to be things that's going to get your imagination going this week. So the higher self. So to be in the shadow position. I just totally hose that. Just be careful not to get too caught up in the fantasy of make-believe. Stay grounded. There's truth and then there's truth. So it's just being able to do some discernment with the truth is needed. All right, and follow that gut instinct that you might have. So here we have the higher self message to kind of go with this intuition card. And we have the higher self. Higher self gets higher self. So there's a lot of achievement and accomplishments. It's like finishing, completion. It's the ending of some kind of studying. It's moving up a level. It's achieving something that you never thought was possible. It was like this whole fantasy idea that, oh, geez, I could never do it. But then you did it anyway. That's awesome, pile 3. So let's see what the message is from the guides, masters, beings of love and light. Divine consciousness. Wow. This is an amazing reading, pile 3. So divine consciousness, highest self, intuition. You're going to be getting some ideas, it feels. And they're going to be divinely granted down to you, it feels. I see like a hand coming down, like a diploma, like all wrapped up, like the old kind of fashioned scroll being handed. So it's definitely the completion, and there's ideas coming down from divine consciousness, from your higher self. You're able to finally tap into that part this week. You're going to finally feel that you can tap into that source power within. You're going to really start to see, oh my gosh, I got this. I could create anything that my heart desires. So let's do like 3 more clarifying cards out of the deck. So we'll pick this one, pick this one, and we'll take this one. All right, so we got the first one, which is keeping your balance. Not being afraid. So sometimes, like when you tap into this, and I'm speaking from experience. So when you tap into this higher self, divine consciousness, the source energy, it's unbelievably beautiful. Time seems to stand still. It's just peace. That's what it really feels like to me. But it also can create some fear. And it's fear because it's not comfortable. It's an unfamiliar feeling. So you might feel a little off balance. So just keep yourself grounded. Hold on to your emotions around being afraid of having a success and going through, because here it's like, geez, you succeeded. But now you're able to just move through, just keeping your balance, practicing some self-care. Walking out in nature is really a great way for self-care and to help you to work off some of the anxieties you might feel about completing something, because now it's like, now what? It's moving on to a new phase of your life. So let's see what the final card is for the Masters. So what they're saying, Masters, guides, beings of love and light, they're asking you to be careful of your destructive thinking, like where the self-doubt might come in and, just throw you off balance. So here you have destructive thinking, being fearful. So this seems like it may have been like in the past, or it's just like something that you're working on now and you're trying to move out of just to get to these higher states of consciousness. So this week, my advice to you, Pile 3, is to get out and walk, try to get your rest, eat right. And if you feel fearful, just take a deep breath and stretch. Do one thing that's a little bit uncomfortable, and the more you do it, the easier it will become. And you'll be able to move through any kind of destructive thinking where, I don't even want to say the words because I don't even put that in your consciousness. So with that, I say, namaste, Pile 3. You've got a great week ahead. Just hold on to your emotions and your thoughts. Just kind of really reel those in. You are good enough. You're able to do whatever you set your mind out to, because you have an imagination, a very beautiful, creative imagination. Namaste. Thank you. And we'll see you all maybe midweek. As soon as I am able to, I will get more card readings out. Namaste and thank you.